Let's go over the next part of the color wheel project. And so what we want to do is zoom out so we can see the full page, and you can hit Command 0 on the Mac. And we want to start with a couple of circles. So you need to go to the rectangle tool, click and hold, and go to the ellipse tool. And I'm going to try to find roughly the center part of this document. And if I hold Option and Shift, I can drag out from the center, and I'll draw one of my circles, and I'm going to go to the center of this circle, hold Option and Shift, and draw another circle that's just smaller than that circle. And then I'm going to draw another circle, Option and Shift, and this one just kind of in the middle here. What I'm going to do with that middle circle, just so I can see what I'm doing, I'm going to change its default. I'm going to change it to the default fill and stroke, like that, to see what I'm going to do. And if we go to the project assignment, I really like the way this one student did this project here. Let's see if I can find it. I really like how this student put the pictures in the middle and then the color on the outside. Not to say that you have to do it exactly like this, because everyone kind of does their own thing, how they want to handle this. But I think I'm going to do something like a mix of something between like this one and possibly this one here. So I have my three circles here, and that should be fine. And what I want to show you is this tool here, the Pathfinder tool. And where you find that is under Window, Pathfinder, and you open the Pathfinder. And for some reason I always kind of let my Pathfinder hover around over here instead of docking it on my toolbar over here or docking it on this toolbar here. I just kind of leave this one floating. That's just the way I like to do it. You can do it however way you like. So now I'm going to take a line tool here, and I'm going to try to find the center of these three circles. And I'm just going to drag a line straight across. Now instead of it being curved, something like that, I'm going to hold Shift so I can make it a straight line. And I'll click on the Move tool here, the black arrow tool, just so I can see what's going on. And I'll look at the stroke. Okay, 1 point stroke. Then I'm going to select all four of these objects, the three circles and the one line, and I'm going to use the Align Center tool up here. These are all alignment tools. Now if I click it right here, it'll put everything to the top. If I click it here, everything will go to the bottom. If I click here, it'll put everything centered horizontally, and right here centered vertically. So you got different align options up there. So now if I select all four of these objects and I go to my Pathfinder, I can click on this one right here, which is the Divide tool. So if I click on that one and I divide it, and then I right click on all of them and say Ungroup, I will have to click off of it, but now these are all little separate pieces. See how that works? This is real good for whenever you're designing logos. You can divide things up and take the pieces and make other objects around them. So I'm going to undo that. Let's undo that all the way here till it's the line. So now, instead of dividing it in half like that, we're going to divide it into 12 pieces because we want to do a 12-point color wheel. And where's the instructions? We want to make a 12 color wheel. So you need to describe the primary, secondary, and tertiary colors, and you need to label all 12 of the colors. So we need 12 pieces for this color wheel to do the artistic color wheel, which is one like this one or this one over here. Okay? So how do we get this to go around here and divide this into 12 pie pieces? Well, we can use the rotate tool. So I'm going to double click on the rotate tool, and I'll click preview to see what it's doing. And what you need to figure out here is how many degrees is a wheel, which you probably know, and how many degrees to make 12. So you would take 360, divide that by 12, and you will come up with 30 degrees. So instead of hitting OK, I'm going to hit copy, and that's just going to take this one line and copy it to the next point, and this should be a 30-degree increment around the color wheel. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. I'll do it again. And there is my 12 pieces around the color wheel. So now if I select all of these, go to the divide cutter on the Pathfinder. Now right click and say ungroup. For now, I don't really need these, so I'll take my move tool. I'm going to select all these pieces here in the middle, and I'll just slide them over here on the side. I didn't get that one piece. Now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on one. If I click on one, I just select one. But if I click on one, hold shift and click another, now I'm going to have two selected. Hold shift, click another, now I have three selected. So I got a pretty decent color wheel going here. Now what students have done in the past is they will just use the eyedropper here and click around here. I'm using the letter A to select that, and then the eyedropper to select that. A, I, A, I, A, I, A, I. Wrong one. The only problem with this is these aren't the correct colors. They're close, but these are more the scientific version of the colors. This is a linear, or the scientific color wheel. Everything's 30 degrees apart. The color wheel that we're going to make is more like this, the artistic color wheel. So now I want you to, what might help you is we can take this object here and we can just copy it and we can just paste it right here in Illustrator, and we'll just put it over here temporarily just to kind of keep it out of our way. And now I'm going to draw another circle. Draw another circle here, and then I'm going to type on a path. And usually at the top here is red, so we'll go red. I'm going to put a tab, and it's working its way backwards on this one. That's okay. Red, orange. I hit tab again. Orange, tab, orange, hyphen, yellow, tab, yellow, tab, yellow, hyphen, green, tab, green, tab, blue, hyphen, green, tab, blue, tab, blue, hyphen, violet. Misspelled it, it's okay. tab, violet, tab, violet hyphen red, and then red. Okay, so now what we got to do is highlight all of it, hit Command A, and now we're going to get our tabs in the right spot here. So it's going to be a little bit confusing because we are on a circle instead of a straight line, but we can still use those tabs to help us line these things up here. I'm going to take my type circle over here and just move it out of the way, and I'm going to take my colors here. I'm going to rotate it. I just use the letter R to get me to the shortcut, and now I'm going to bring my typed words in place. Now I'm going to hit Command Shift T to bring up my tabs, and then we'll zoom in on the circle here, and let's see if we can get these tabs to go in the right spot here. Let's see if we can find orange red. I'll move it right about there, kind of get it in the center. You might want to click the centering tab there. So something like that. Let's go to the next one. Orange. And these are not going to be the right color, so you need to change the color to match the right name. I'll slide this one over. This one's supposed to be orange yellow. The next one should be yellow yellow. We'll have to extend out our tabs here. Green. It looks like these need to be about 2 inches apart. Slide this over. Let's put blue violet in the middle. Next one over there. And then one more tab to finish it off. Okay, so now if I need to change the size of the font or change the font, our tab still keeps it in the center of its location here. Okay, so that's kind of an advanced graphic design typesetting, but that's something that you should be able to do. Now on the next video here, I'll show you how to change these colors so that they're the correct color that they're supposed to be, because this is not orange and this is not yellow orange and this is not yellow. So let's fix that on the next video. Oh, at this time would be a great time to hit save. So make sure that you save it using your naming convention here. And DCW, that's fine, digital color wheel. Save it. And save it as an AI, an Illustrator file.